So this is Wayne. Everyone welcome Wayne this morning. Looking good. And we have Wayne and Maria and Russell and Helen and Peter, and they basically head up our Loaves and Fishes. This building to your right here is officially now called the Loaves and Fishes building. You guys moved in there around March this year. And Loaves and Fishes has now become a Generocity Outreach. And we exist to show the love of Jesus by helping to put food on the table for people who are struggling, and to give hope to people by sharing the message of Jesus. Would you say that's great? Yep. We don't have a lot of time to get into it today. We are going to open up the doors. Loaves and Fishes is not normally open on a Sunday, but we're opening up the doors today so that you can go and have a look over there. If you need assistance, you can also receive that assistance today. We are open at this stage through the week, Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And those hours hopefully will expand as the ministry expands. I just want to ask Wayne some rapid fire questions. The first one is, what are people in society in Coffs Harbour? We've heard Wagga, but I think we're all agreeing that this is kind of across the nation. What kind of struggles are people in Coffs Harbour facing today?
Surprisingly, Coffs Harbour is doing it quite tough. We have 61% of people who are either renting or paying a mortgage are struggling to do it. There is people out there paying more than 30% of their income, so that puts them into that stage where they're struggling, they're hurting, they're having trouble. We have 30%, that's 1 in 3 families that are struggling to pay their electricity, and in fact have not paid their electricity bill once in this year. And so it's high, it's amazing. Healthcare, 27%, the chemists are telling me, have 27% of their customers are not ordering their tablets on time because they can't afford to pay. We don't really see these things going on, but this is what is happening. Essential travel. And you'd think that'd be, holidays and that, but what they're talking about is being able to get to work or to get to training, to TAFE. 20% are borrowing money just to pay for their transport to get to work. That's phenomenal in this day and age. Food insecurity, and this is where we come in a lot. Look, there's 1 in 4 families are missing out on meals during the year. 1 in 4. Can you imagine that? Like, most of us woke up this morning and think, it's daylight savings, check our clock and everything else, but 1 in 4 families are waking up this morning saying, how will I feed my children today?
Wow.
Think on that.
1 in 4, and when you said 61% of people struggling to pay their mortgage or their rent, I'm just looking at this room here. If we put a line down this centre aisle, and you would all be struggling, all this side of the building.
And it is amazing to think on it, but part of it comes about by, in Coffs Harbour, we have 45% of our population is on a benefit, whether it be a pension or whether it's welfare. So it's high statistics.
Yes. Lots of needs.
And one of the scary things is, I've got a stat on, is buy now, pay later. 27% of homes are using buy now, pay later to pay for their food. Can you imagine that?
Well, it's going into debt for the food you've already eaten and processed out of your body, and then you get the bill a week later, a month later, and you're still trying to pay for that.
That's what's going on.
It's
and
crazy.
that leads them to come to groups like us.
Yes.
To help meet their needs.
So since moving into the Loaves and Fishes building, and it's like a restart up of the ministry, how many families in Coffs Harbour are we currently helping?
We're up to date on Friday. We're now looking after 308 families, and with an average of 2.4 people per family.
Yes.
So the numbers are incredible, but
yes. Can we just 308 people? Like 308 people are being helped in a greater measure because the team and what we're doing. I guess what we want everybody to know is like Loaves and Fishes is not a food pantry. Now it's no negativity on, as Tash shared, with other ministries and services offering food pantry. That's fine. But this time round, as we've relaunched, we're not doing food pantry. How are we different? What are we doing?
Well, the one thing we're doing that's really having an impact is we've made the food free of charge. But anybody that cannot pay, it's free of charge. And for the rest, it's simply by donation.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty amazing. You know, it's like when Jesus helped the 5,000, a little boy come forward to help. Well, we have people coming forward to help. And we need more to come forward and help.
Yes. So if you don't know, food pantry is you pay a nominal charge and then you get a lot more given to you. But we are saying, and what else that we're doing is that there's no eligibility criteria. It really is a trusting ministry. And we're not saying, because even double income families are struggling at times to put food on the table. So the outreach is for everyone who needs help. So what I wanted to ask you next is, where do we get our food from? Through the week, we came down and visited Wayne, and this was on the day that we were closed, and the truck pulled up and pulled out a pallet load of food. Could you just explain where do we get our food from? What's donated? What do we have to pay for? Like, did we pay for this load that arrived? And yeah, just a little bit where our supplies come from.
Well, we do purchase food from Food Bank in Sydney, and we are paying for that, and they charge by the item. We do get some free goods through there, but the majority we're paying for. We had 3 pallets like that come in this week.
Wow.
And we've gone through that. It's close to 2 tonne of food.
Wow.
That's gone out the door this week.
In one week.
And it's amazing. Now we have a bakery supplying us with bread. You can see some over there today. We have a butcher supplying us with some meat, which is wonderful. We have 2 supermarkets that are giving us goods. And that's helpful. We're picking that up each week.
And those items are free from the local businesses?
They are free, yes. Mm-hmm. And also coming back online in the next fortnight, we have Lebanese cucumbers coming in. We get somewhere between 50 to 100 kilo at a time. And they come through. This was just on watermelons we're giving out. It was about 150 kilo of watermelon. Yeah. And that was all free. And so there's lots of charities out there doing other things as well.
Yes.
But you know, just something that's running around the back of my mind right now is Pastor was speaking there in regards to how people are. And one of the things that I've recognised, and Russell and Pete over the years, we've all been involved for a long time. And one of the things we've found out is people in need don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And being able to reach out with food when it's their time of a disaster, whether it be a shortage of food or something else, then we can talk about Jesus all we like, but until we actually take some action, then their minds don't open up because they're focusing on their disaster.
Yes, yes. So we are handing out food. It takes a lot of money to help people for free. So we have electricity costs, administration costs. At this stage, all the volunteers are serving free of charge, but there are still costs in running the business. It's not really a business, it's an outreach. The purchasing of equipment, the shelving, the computers, the systems that have to be, the vehicles, the pick-up and drop-offs, the petrol, the registrations, insurance, the insurance, liability insurance. There's a lot of cost involved in helping people. It's crazy, isn't it? But that's the reality of it. So how are we doing that?
By faith.
That's the right answer. I didn't even tell him that's the answer. He answered well. Truly, it's by faith, and it's by faith. It's all of us, because Loaves and Fishes is a generosity outreach. We're in this together.
It is exactly right.
But faith, like, it has to materialise. We just heard, Tash share faith without works. Like, so we have faith, but faith doesn't pay the electricity account. Right. Although rent is free, right? Rent is free. However, but there's a cost to somebody. And we're carrying that cost from the mortgage on the property.
And the 3 pallets of food that come in this week, we spent about $1,700
Wow.
on buying that in. So we're believing for $1,700 to come in to be able to pay for that food. And praise God, those sorts of things are happening.
Yes. Yes.
We are blessed.
That's right. I mean, the name Loaves and Fishes says it all. It's, trusting in God as our provider as we help people. And so the donations are how we're operating. That's, at the end of the day, we are operating from the generosity of people. And that God is moving in people's hearts. See, that's the whole thing. It's a move of heart to get the arm into action. So...
I think we've got about 5,000 meals a week we've been covering.
5,000 meals a week we're covering in this way that we're doing ministry. So it's to the goodness and glory of God and to the generosity and the glory of people who are moving on what God is putting in their hearts. I just want to move on and get a little bit more practical with cans in hands. Each of you have got an item on your seat. Maybe you'd like to just pick it up and put it in your hands right now. Wayne, why did you do this morning? Why did you put a food item on every seat?
Well, number one, we want to be able to...
Yeah, hold it up.
Yeah, hold it up, that's it.
Oh, great.
If anybody
You can do swaps. You can swap, like who wants to swap the Maltesers for the ranch dressing? Oh, you've already opened them and eaten them. Lucky you who got chocolate, not so good you who got anchovies this morning.
Oh, Russell will swap.
Why did you do that, Wayne?
We put our food today to be able to say, we want to be able to bless you. If you don't need those things, you can donate them back as well, and we will pass them on. But
Terrific.
Look, as you freely give, you also freely receive. And we want to let you know that if you need to receive, then by all means come and see us, because we will help you.
That's right. That's beautiful, because we also want to look after our church family as well. Okay, so it's not about everybody out there. It's our brothers and sisters everywhere. So I just want to run through with you. Wayne and I got together in the team and we talked about how there's more ways than just helping by putting a can in someone's hand. There's 4 ways. So we're going to ask the team right now, just as we speak, and if you just keep your eyes on the screen, if you can see that there, there's 4 ways how we can put cans in hands. Number 1 is cans in hands. You have the opportunity to donate long life pantry items, and I'm sharing this with you. We're sharing this with you that you can even share this in the community. When people hear about Loaves and Fishes, you can give them one of these and say, well, this is how you can actually get on board and support the good work that they're doing. You can donate long life pantry items and drop them into the basket. There's going to be one of these out the front of this building each Sunday, but also there's one of these in the Loaves and Fishes building throughout the week. So you can just drop cans in. Please don't go through your pantry item and pull out things from 15 years ago. Throw those ones in the bin. Anything in date is appreciated. The second way that we can put cans in hands, that we can support the outreach, is First Stop. First Stop, this is like a pay it forward kind of idea, where you can actually come and get your groceries first at Loaves and Fishes, and you might receive $30 worth of items, but you might donate $10 worth. You might receive $80 because our stock is up and down. We cannot guarantee what we've got. That's why we're saying come here first, not last. Make it your first grocery stop, because whatever donation money you put in, we can use that to buy more food, right, to keep the doors open. And so then head off to your Aldi, your Coles, your IGA store, your Woolies, and then top up your groceries. So that's an idea. Make Loaves and Fishes your first stop. The third way is make Loaves and Fishes a coffee stop. Thanks to Pete. Can we all cheer Pete? Pete had the vision. He had the vision and he put it into action, and he got a coffee machine and a slushy machine for hot days. Yeah, okay, Charlie's like, I'm there on Wednesday, slushies, 1. Come along, what did I say? Come and say hi and enjoy a coffee at Loaves and Fishes for a donation. Take away or sit down, we've got now outdoor chairs out the front. And I was only talking to a couple who are with us today. They came through the week and they really encouraged me. And she's like, I'd rather come here and put $5 for the coffee here. It's nicer than the plaza, right? Because that donation of that drink is going to enable us to give to more people and to buy more coffee, because who knows, coffee beans, if you want good ones, right? They cost. And the fourth way is sponsorship. Really think about and pray about becoming a regular sponsor. Donations over $2 are tax deductible for those that are paying tax. And think about setting up a recurring payment. Maybe it's fortnightly, maybe it's monthly, maybe it's just as the Holy Spirit leads. You know what, I'm going to give this time. Because that is really going to help us as well. So what do you think about that? 4 practical ways that we can put cans in hands. Yes? The other way to help the ministry is, if you want to turn your sheet over to the back side or to the other side, is ministry opportunities. Can we just, for a moment, give a big cheer to everyone who's serving in Loaves and Fishes as a volunteer? You all know who you are, and some aren't with us today. We're so appreciative, but there are more opportunities that you can give. And so to help you, I mean, I'm not going to go through each one, but you'll see administration, gardening, hosts, pastoral care. You can read these, or maybe you've got other ideas, skills or passions that you've got, you think, wow, what about this? To help Pastor Wayne, come and see me. We'll have a bit of a chat, and then I'll walk you over to Wayne, and then he can give you more details. So that's how that's going to run. You can contact me through the email, or you can see me in person. But would you pray how, we've been talking about this throughout the year, how can I help? You can help in time. Do you like the bottom one? Become a loiterer? A ministry of presence where you just come and you're available to sit and to talk to people. Because when people are struggling, man, if they know how much we care, because we just gave them a listening ear. And remember Gary's message, 3 cups of tea, like over time, we just build relationship with people. So just quickly, I want to ask Bruce to come. Bruce, can we just welcome Bruce as he comes? No, you just stay here. I've asked Bruce to come just to speak for a couple of minutes, just on anything that you want to share, because Bruce has really got this in it. He's looking blank. I sent the email. I don't know if you got the email. But Bruce, we were sharing about the ministry opportunities, but what's on your heart? Because you're really backing it.
Well, Rebecca's nearly said it all anyway. But there's a song we used to sing, Hosanna, Hosanna, the whole world is singing. So sometimes it might seem this whole world's in control. He's still the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And talking to Pastor Wayne through the week, he really needs a secretary for 3 hours a week, and he needs some people to pick up. So if you can have a look at that and see Rebecca, because you can skin across it all. But what are the real needs? The needs are, he's not a secretary, he doesn't know how to do stuff, and he's got lots of documents to feed in. But we've been really blessed. I mean, March they started with $16,000 in the bank. They've been giving food away now for 4 months, and they've still got around $16,000. Wow. So that gives you an idea. The Toyota dealership gave $5,000. The real estate agent the other day gave $1,000. Someone from Hibbard's gave between 2 people $3,000. Wow. And he's spending it like a man with 10 arms. So what I try and do is actually raise funds. Another person in town gave us a hand forklift that you jack up and down. So we are, and then look, the needs are really for you. So freely we have received, freely give. So if you've got needs, and as I said to Rebecca, this Loaves and Fishes is for the church first. For years and years and years you went to church and all they wanted you to do was give. Rebecca and Michael have raised a faith offering, and the faith offering raised $6,000. And that $6,000 is there to help you guys if you're in some sort of financial difficulties. So basically this little fellowship is about giving to you that you can give to others. And we don't need to be belted and whipped to see needs, because we have needs. All of us have needs, spiritual needs, physical needs. financial needs. And that's why we have Jesus. And that's why we love Jesus. And that's why we're a community. And that's why we can get excited, you know, and get excited and go over there and grab loaves of bread, you know, and grab some gear. I mean, Ben's not here today, but every time I walk in and I get something, he's looking for me to go to the donation box. So I often go in and get stuff which I don't need. And God's laid on my heart to give. Where I work is, because I'm blessed financially, is to give quite a lot of stuff financially to Loaves and Fishes. But you're going to be in a position where you could be male, but you could be the best secretary he's ever had, or you can help. We did have Greg who and Louise who have gone away, and we're missing them because he was there every day, and so they're struggling a little bit with gear. So please have a look at the back and say, I can assist there. But we are trying to raise thousands of dollars to support this ministry. So basically we're believing over all these months we're still around the 16,000, and out of that they're able to put a $10,000 deposit down on a vehicle, and they even paid that out of that, which is running around. They owe $10,000 still to the person, so he's on time payment, no interest. So he's got to believe God is going to get his other $10,000 for a van that's probably worth about $30,000. All right. So there's some exciting things happening. We want you to be part of it, even if you're going over there receiving food for your table. You're part of it. You can receive, because someone's on the giving end, someone's on the receiving end, and it just gets excited. So don't be embarrassed if you need food and groceries and whatever. Go over there. So I just want to encourage you. I think it's more exciting just to say, just be part of it, even if all you're doing is getting free food. You're part of it. We want you there. Okay? Woo!
All right, thank you, Pastor Wayne. Can we thank Wayne as he takes his seat?